All right, welcome back. So today we're just going to have just a short little video I want you guys to check out, short little lesson. You guys have been doing some research on the lost colony of Roanoke. We went over kind of the background to that expedition in 1585, 1587, 1590. We talked about that on Monday. We also talked about on Monday how this colony that was, again, an attempt to create something lasting by the English in the Americas, how that kind of fell apart, or maybe not how that fell apart, but that it fell apart, that fact. So what you guys are trying to figure out, or what you guys are researching, is what happened to Roanoke. Why is it the lost colony? How did it become the lost colony? So with that being said, you guys are doing research. I want to just kind of look around a little bit at the area. Roanoke is in the Outer Banks, is just inside that outer rim of the Outer Banks. So we're going to take a look at a little bit of geography just to kind of familiarize yourself a little bit more with the way Roanoke is laid out and what the English colonists, what those Roanoke settlers, kind of what they would have seen around them. Okay. All right. So here's what we have so far. Let's look. Actually, let's zoom out even more. All right. So I'll tell you a story. When I used to teach 8th grade social studies, the first day of class, I really just want to kind of find out a little bit about you, kind of see what you know already, so I can figure out what kind of vocabulary I need to use. Because sometimes, again, when there's deficits and deficiencies, I need to know those things, so then I can kind of work around them and try to teach you up a little bit. Well, first thing I would do, first activity we would do as a class in 8th grade is I would give my students a blank U.S. map, where it has all the outlines of the states, but none of the states are labeled. And simply, I would say, all right, and I let them do this in like groups of 3 or 4. I said, okay, fill in as many states as you can. And I would have some type of prize. Like it would be usually like candy. Freaking, middle schoolers love candy. I'm not a big candy person. I actually don't. I try to stay away from sugar to the best of my ability. Like I don't eat cake. I don't eat cookies. I don't eat. Only time I'll eat like pie is like pumpkin pie. Like right around Thanksgiving, I do love some pumpkin pie. I don't eat. I'll say this: ice cream. Like I have to keep it out of the house because if I eat ice cream, that just takes me straight downhill. So don't really eat ice cream. Yeah, I don't eat chocolate. Trying to think. I eat banana pudding once a year for my birthday. My grandma makes it, and my grandma makes the best banana pudding. I feel like everybody's grandma, or everybody says that about their grandma. My grandma makes the best banana pudding. Oh, well, that's just because you hadn't had my grandma's banana pudding. So banana pudding and pumpkin pie. I ate a little bit of cake at my wedding. I like carrot cake for some reason. I don't know. But anyways, kind of getting besides the point. But I would give them some type of prize to the group that could name the most states within the United States. And of course, we would have Alaska and Hawaii kind of off to the side. So I want you to take a guess, like kind of in your head, just think about it. How many states do you think that you could name? Let me ask that. How many states do you think you could name? Second question is, how many states do you think 8th graders can name? Well, I learned very early on in my first year of teaching that there's some issues with geography. I would say, and I did tally this up the first year. After that first year, I kind of knew what to expect, and I just kind of flip through them. Okay, about what I thought. That first year, the average amount of the amount of states labeled correctly was 4. 4. Now that I didn't know whether to. It wasn't funny. It was more so like I laughed to myself kind of out of like disbelief. Like, how can you only know 4 states? And I'm not talking about, and what was even worse is that some couldn't name where North Carolina was. Some would name South Carolina above North Carolina. Um, Alaska and Hawaii, a lot of them missed that, and I thought those are gimmies. Like, those are absolute gimmies. I would say the ones that were correctly labeled the most was North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Texas. That's the 4. Every once in a while, like I wouldn't say every once in a while, but there'd be a couple groups that could, like, Tennessee, Virginia, Georgia, California, Alaska, Hawaii. So there was a couple that could do that, a couple groups, like kind of in each class. But you got to imagine, say, I don't know, there's probably 27 kids at least, groups of 3. So you're thinking at least 9 groups. Some classes had up to like 33 kids. So you're thinking about like 11 groups. And there'd be like 2 or 3 that would get states that weren't North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, or Texas. I would say, I think that now there was some that, they had like 25 states, but still that's only 50%. That's not good. That's not good. I remember in 5th grade we had to like correctly label all the states, and like my mom, she tells me when she was growing up, they had to completely label all the states and the capitals of those states when they were in like 5th grade. So I worry a little bit about geography. But luckily, we got maps. We got Google Maps. That's what we're going to check out. All right. So, United States, North Carolina. All right. You're in high school. If you don't know where North Carolina is, I don't know what to tell you at this point. I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to keep this because I've got a certain spot that I want to go. But let's go closer to where we are. So, we are in Asheboro. I can actually find us. We're in Pittsburgh. We got to get away from there. Oh, don't go to Pittsburgh. No, I'm just picking. We played I played flag football when I was little. We played Pittsburgh every year in the playoffs, and they always beat us. So I hate them. First time, my first year playing, we lost to them in the first round. My second year playing, we lost to them in the second round. My third year playing, we lost to them in the championship game, and I was the quarterback. I also had a pick six, son, playing D end. Don't try to throw those little swing passes on me. Too smart for it. All right. Okay, so here's where we are. Well, I shouldn't say we. Okay, here's where I am. Anyways, so, all right, we're in Randolph County, Asheboro. Actually, I guess, it's technically at Asheboro and Eula, kind of the municipality. But anyways, all right, so let's zoom back out. So we are pretty much smack dab in the middle of North Carolina. Again, just kind of we're kind of right where that N is, or maybe right below it. But we are going to take a trip about 3 hours, I think it's like 3 hours, 27 minutes. I made this drive like 2 months ago to Nags Head. So first thing I should show you is, okay, the Outer Banks is this outer rim that you see. We can kind of, it goes all the way from, really kind of, more so, most people kind of look at it as like the Outer Banks kind of ends around like Cape Lookout. But like even through here, like you can see, like it's not like solid land and then you just get up to the water. It's kind of all broken up in pieces. Even like as far down, Bald Head Island. I've never been there. I've heard good things though. And then once you get to, again, you kind of got to, once you get, I guess, more towards Myrtle Beach, it gets a little bit more solid. But, right around here, it's still broken up. This is what our coast looks like, Charleston. We're going to talk a lot about Charleston here in about, I'd say, a couple weeks. All right, so when I go to the beach, I'll say this. I went to Myrtle this past summer. My wife's family, they go to Oak Island. I've been to Ocean Isle a time or two, and it was all right. We used to go to, when I was growing up, we used to go to, where is it? I just saw it. Where is it? Not Oak Island, not Holden. What was it? No, I can't remember. Oh, Wrightsville. Yeah, Wrightsville Beach. Yeah, we used to go to Wilmington. No, anyways, let's go back. Let's go back. Been to Emerald Isle. It was pretty nice. Atlantic Beach. Have you ever been there? I don't know. We played in Morehead City when I was. I'm just telling y'all stories at this point. When I was in high school, we beat them. No, don't worry. Coke. All right, let me zoom out. Okay, so this right through here is again the Outer Banks. This outer rim. Oh, don't want to do that. This outer rim. One other place I want to show you before we look at what we're talking about is Kitty Hawk right here. So Kitty Hawk is probably 5-10 minutes north of where we're talking about today. Kitty Hawk. Anybody know what happened there? I'll give you some bonus points if you watch up until this point in our video and answer in the comments. So if you made it this far, you're going to get a free 100 if you can answer what happened at Kitty Hawk, December 17th, 1901, 1903. Why am I blanking on that? If you can tell me what happened on that day and that year, you will get a free 100 on me. All right, so we are looking at Roanoke, the Roanoke colony. Now, the Roanoke colony is right here, is this island, Roanoke Island. Boom, hadn't changed. The Wenches are the native group that was in the area. The city, like that, essentially is like this whole little island. It's called Manio. We played them in baseball too. I got freaking my head taken off. So this is a baseball game, right? And it's top of the 7th inning. We're the home team, and there's a runner on first. They're down 1 run. There's no outs, and it's like 11:30 at night because it had rained. A big storm had come through. It is windy. We had a rain delay, and I'm playing first base. This is my freshman year. Like I started varsity all 4 years of high school. So, golly, second round of the playoffs, and I can't remember what spot in the lineup he hit, but this dude hits one sky high, the highest fly ball I've ever seen, like in the infield, or at least it felt like it that night because, again, it was so dark and it was hard to find it. And I'll be honest, I'm not the best at judging fly balls. Like, man, look, I was all-state my senior year of high school. I was 3-time all-conference, 3-time all-county. I hold a record at Roanoke High School for the longest hitting streak. Like I was a very good baseball player, but that's always been one of the things I have troubles with is judging fly balls. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I don't see it well. I don't know. But this dude hits one straight up in the air to first base. Like I can't find it. And because I'm not very good at judging fly balls, our second baseman would, if he could get there, he's calling me off and he's taking it. And I'm like, okay, hey, thank you. Because, I've misplayed a few. But this one's right at me. And he can't find it. And I'm just like, oh, God, come on. Well, because the wind's blowing so much, the ball, like the trajectory of the ball kind of carries me back into the baseline. And this dude just lowers his head and just levels me because I'm looking up, like I'm looking up, I'm defenseless, and he just straight up just boom right into me, and I'm 14 at this point against 17, 18-year-old. So like I've always been pretty a little bit bigger than everybody else, but again, like I wasn't like packed with muscle or anything like that. Hurt, and I get laid out. And ball hits right beside of me. Umpire calls homeboy out because he, again, didn't try to get out of my way and just plowed me over. So then now we got 1 out. Runner has to go back to first base because, he's on third base at this point. So, and then like 2 pitches later, we get a double play. Boom, out of the inning, game over. We're going to the third round. It's a freaking awesome game. That's Manio for you. Manio don't like me. All right. But this is Roanoke Island. So if we actually go in a little bit further, we will see, where was it? So, where are Roanoke colonists? Like where they actually landed and where they kind of set up? Right around here, Virginia Dare's birthplace. Again, first English child. So, I want you to take a look at something. So, you see how the Outer Banks are kind of broken up. Now, why would they choose this island? Well, they would choose this island, one, because it's a large island and they can kind of separate themselves a little bit. But also because it offers some protection, because again, these ships that are coming off the coast are this kind of gives them a little bit of time to kind of gives them some biting time, right? So if there are Spanish fleets coming in to try to take over this area, they have some protection. They're not that first line of defense, and they can also kind of see if anything's going on. Now, what I want to show you, I want to go to Nag's Head. Now, where did my spot go? There it is. Let me go to Nag's Head. And we're going to look at the ocean for a few minutes. I think that's a good idea. We'll look at the ocean for a few minutes. Now, obviously, this is not... Come on now. Where's that at? Where's my spot? I had a spot that I was going to show you guys. My brother went and played golf there. This last time we went to the beach, I ain't been hitting golf ball too well. All right, let's go. Let's pick this spot. See how it goes. Okay. All right. Fair enough. So I kind of want to move myself. I'll move myself right here. Okay. Now, hey, Sam. Okay. Hey, not bad. Not bad. All right. Now, I just want us to look out here. Let's get that guy out of here. We'll zoom in. So I want you to imagine something. Let me fix this a little bit. I want you to imagine something. So looking out into the ocean. I asked you guys, why do people go to the ocean? Like, why? Most of you guys said for vacation, to relax, because it's fun. You get to hang out with your friends. And I get that, but you can hang out with your friends other places than the ocean. You know, and you can go on vacation anywhere. I mean, my family, we used to always hit Disney World. You don't have to go to the beach to relax. Like, so why the beach? Why the ocean? Because it's warm. Well, it's warm a lot of places. Why the ocean? Because you can get in the water. You can get in the water a lot of places. So again, why the ocean? I'm just throwing out some of the answers you guys gave. Because the sound of the ocean. Okay, well, I can pull that up on my phone right now. So again, why go to the ocean? This isn't just my theory. This is kind of due to a lot of reading that I've done, so it's hard to attribute it to one person. But why are humans so attracted to the ocean? Well, this is the unknown. When you look out in the ocean, this is the only place that I've ever been. Maybe there's somewhere else, but it's the only place I've ever been. When you look out there, like I love getting in the water, getting about neck high. I just love it. And just kind of just floating a little bit. But when you look out there, it's the only place in the world where you see nothing. The only thing you see is water. You see nothing obstructing your view. Maybe you see a boat, sea-doo, occasional dolphin. But for the most part, you look out there and all you see is the horizon. It's hard to tell where the water the water ends and the sky begins. It's hard to tell the difference between them. It's the only place that I know like that. When you step out into the water and you look, it's unexplored territory. It's the unknown. There is more. This is crazy. So there's more on Earth that in the ocean that we have no clue about. There's more unknown on our own planet than there is like of the moon. Like we can go all around the moon with like rovers, whatever, satellites, and kind of spot out every part of the moon from the outside. We've yet to be able to do that with our own planet because the ocean is so deep and dense. It is the unknown. People have been lost at sea forever. And so these settlers, Kind of imagine, you really have to put yourself in their position. Imagine you get to this new place, completely new place. You see there's different people that don't speak the same language. There's no like market or anything like that. Like, you're on your own. The only thing you have is what you have brought with you. You are on your own with 100 people that are like you. And the leader of this has to go back for more supplies. And so you see his ship kind of through the ocean until it disappears. And day after day, excuse me, nose itched. Day after day, you look into the ocean to see if you see that ship returning. Day after day. 1 day turns into 2 days. 2 days turns into 3 days. 3 to 4. 4 to 5. 5 to 6. A week goes by. You're not expecting it back yet. 2 weeks goes by. 3 weeks goes by. 4 weeks goes by. Now you're a month in. Okay. Well, it takes at least 2 weeks to make this, 2-3 weeks to make this trip. So, here in the next month. 1 month, 2 months go by, still nothing. 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, half a year, thinking, okay, well, John White should be. My nose is itching. I don't know why. I know, John White should be back soon. He should be back soon. 6 months turns into a year, still not there. 1 year turns into 2 years, and then 2 into 3. There's a possibility that these Roanoke colonists stayed searching for John White and welcoming, trying to be there for his arrival up until the day that he did arrive back at Roanoke. There is that possibility. We don't know. One of the reasons we don't know is because we don't have writings of it. So I want you guys to try to put this together. Try to put these pieces together. 100 people are kind of just lost to history. 110. It's kind of lost to history. We have no clue what happened. There's stories. You guys have kind of done a little research and digging and have seen some of those stories. But this is on our own coast. 3 hours away, 120 people, 110, 100. It kind of varies just depending on the source. But go on to history. Go on to time. And why? That's because we don't have any records. So if you want to know what probably the most important thing you can do is write stuff down. We have technology which allows us to make videos, pictures, do that, document things, because one day it will be valuable. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I've kind of rambled a little bit. I thought this was going to be short. This might be the longest video I've ever made, but hey, I appreciate you. I want you to comment on it. And I will see you guys tomorrow with your completed paper.